I wouldn't celebrate just yet, you two. Dark Knight, my next challenge can be found beneath Elliott Memorial Hospital. Conveniently located for when you pass out due to mental exhaustion.
Mental exhaustion.
Hey, Bats. When did Catwoman get so cute? Must have been when I started looking out of your eyes. Hmm? You gonna ask her out or what? You're not still torn up about Talia al Ghul, are you?
Riddler's next trial's in Bristol. He's losing Alfred, and that makes him dangerous.
Perhaps the real challenge is tolerating his relentless self-aggrandizing commentary.
Really gonna turn down this fine opportunity for romance just because I blew your last girlfriend's lungs out?
These army guys, they're taking over buildings, blocking off roads like they own the place. Wanna fight? Direct hit on a rattler.
Cash, the Arkham Knight's drone deployment has been wiped out. Your men can resume patrols on Miagani Island.
You got it, Batman. Thanks.
Where are the others? What have you done with them?
I should be connected shortly, sir. Expect minor resistance, Master Bruce.
Batman spotted by the Memorial Hospital. Batman took out a drone. Make him pay. Rattler's been hit. Confirmed strike on target. Drone feed offline. Hit back. Got him! Lost the Rattler! We lost one, sir. He's making you look like a fool! Target hit a drone. Armor still intact. Damn you,
The
Batman.
bomb's payload is exposed. I can use the power winch to trigger a controlled explosion.
Congratulations, sir. Bomb destroyed.
Not until I finish disarming the bomb.
You really want help marching in over those bridges? That's just more blood on your hands.
Riddler's next trial's in Bristol. He's losing Alfred, and that makes him dangerous.
Perhaps the real challenge is tolerating his relentless self-aggrandizing commentary.
despises you, this Arkham Knight. What did you do, hero, to enkindle such hatred?
The preliminaries are done with, Dark Knight. I hope you understand that. Oh, had I so wished, you'd have failed before you had even begun to comprehend the very first hurdle. But no, no, no. I wanted you to know the full extent of my brilliance, you understand? To fully appreciate my superiority. But now, well, I'm not going easy on you anymore. Another racetrack, detective, but please, do not let its unique peculiarities crush your spirit. Well, shall we begin? No, Dark Knight, you are not losing what little grip you had on reality. You've merely entered a brave new world of my design. That would have injured someone. Another racetrack detective. But please, do not let its unique peculiarities crush your spirit. Well, shall we begin? No, Dark Knight, you are not losing what little grip you had on reality. You've merely entered a brave new world of my design. I control these. That ceiling applies 300 dead bats of pressure, Detective. I invented the measurement myself. I built this course in a sewer, Detective. You needed the home team advantage. Onward, Batman! Or does the Dark Knight require a pit stop?
Pit stop.
Very good, Dark Knight! Again! Careful now, Batman. You didn't go to all the trouble of painting that thing just the right shade of black in order to scuff it. Is it a car? Is it a tank? Who cares? Soon it'll be scrap. What happens when an unstoppable force meets an unredeemable idiot? That's it. I'm cranking it up. 500 dead bats of pressure. Come on, detective. It's a linear course. Feeling claustrophobic, detective? Get ready for the final lap. What a fitting end for you, detective. A stain on my floor. Oh, you incompetent boy racer. You know, it takes a very special ant to crush itself underfoot. You'll be crushed, slashed, pulverized. Another racetrack, detective, but please, do not let its unique peculiarities crush your spirit. Well, shall we begin? No, Dark Knight, you are not losing what little grip you had on reality. You've merely entered a brave new world of my design. I control these. That ceiling applies 300 dead bats of pressure, detective. I invented the measurement myself. I built this course in a sewer, detective. You needed the home team advantage. Onward, Batman! Or does the Dark Knight require a pit stop?
Pit stop.
Very good, Dark Knight. Again! Oh, dear. That would have injured someone whose skull wasn't so thick. So thick. Is it a car? Is it a tank? Who cares? Soon it'll be scrap. You know, it takes a very special ant to crush itself underfoot. That's it. I'm cranking it up. 500 dead bats of pressure. Your vehicle cannot withstand such pressure, detective. Trust me on this. I ran the calculations. No, Batman, you can't drive through solid objects. It's really basic physics. Feeling claustrophobic, detective? Get ready for the final lap. What a fitting end for you, detective. A stain on my floor. You'll be crushed, flattened, pulverized. Any second now. Get back the pressure. Careful, detective. I'd like the car to be working when I'm done. Enough! Another lap would be the end of you, Dark Knight, and I can't quite bring myself to stop the fun so soon. Your next key awaits.
Oh, good. The fun part.
Ready to die, my dear?
And here we go.
Congratulations, Catwoman. You proved yourself able to follow simple directions. I must say, Dark Knight, that your desperate fumblings have exceeded my admittedly rather meager expectations. I am impressed. This must be how naturalists felt upon observing chimpanzees using tools for the first time. Did you know, Detective, that the cleverest chimps could even obey simple instructions? It's true. Let's try it, shall we? Go to Gotham Casino for your next test, and I'll give you a banana.
Have you seen Batman's new suit? It's weird. Oh, they're gaining on me. Oh, God! He's crushing the car! If you ask me, it could be any one of those whack jobs that Bat banged up in Arkham. I mean, who doesn't want Batman dead? Batman! He's got a freaking tank! Oh, God! Come on, get us out of here! Oh, God! What's he doing? What's he doing? He's tailing us! Keep driving! Get away from me! Is that what I think it is? It's Batman! Step on it! Fill out! Go! Go! Damn it! Get out! Go! Come on, Flory! Let's run this pig off the road! Give it up! That was close. Batman's got these guys. Man, Scarecrow's a real buzzkill. He should put something funny on it. Someday.
Riddler's trial's in Kingston. He's been toying with me so far, enjoying his sense of control. I doubt he'll be playing games much longer.
Heaven knows how his insanity has manifested itself this time.
Oh, man, it's him!
Detective, I can't tell you how pleased I am that you're playing along with my little game. You literally cannot imagine what it's like to be so intellectually removed from the rest of the human race. I couldn't honestly say you offer me a battle of wits, Dark Knight, but your feeble resistance makes a pleasant change from the instant capitulation of everyone else. Oh dear, Dark Knight. What a pity you couldn't bring the Batwing to this one. Hurry along, Dark Knight. This isn't rocket science. Stumped, Dark Knight? I can see your brain flying through the possibilities. Come now, Dark Knight. Don't force me to eject you from the chamber. Very good, Dark Knight. Since you insist on dressing like a flying rat, I thought I'd put those abilities to the test. The only mammal capable of flight. Since all you do is glide, you're actually a variety of squirrel. Contrary to popular belief, very few bats survive on blood. Most species subsist on insects, whereas you live off undeserved praise. Creatures known to prey on bats include hawks, owls, some spiders, falcons, and, oh yes, of course, me. It must feel wonderful, Detective, floating majestically over a city filled with your minute inferiors. Much like being me. Memory fibers, some sort of collapsible harness, an arrogant insistence that the laws of gravity do not apply to you. You remind me of another plucky young man who likes strapping on a pair of makeshift wings. What was his name? Oh yes, that's right. Icarus. It's a classical reference, you uncultured brute. Poor Batman. Listen, when I'm stuck on a puzzle, I find it helps to... You know, it's...
I can't leave now. I have to help Selina choose the right key.
More cabinets. Great. I love this part.
Which cabinet, kitty cat?
Okay. Time to possibly maybe die. Well, this is not how I wanted to spend my night.
Another key collected. I trust you're not giving her false hope, Detective.
Oh, good. More fun.
I should focus on collecting the key to safe cap.
Well, Dark Knight Detective, you have passed another test. I cannot help but admire the spirit with which you have thrown yourself into a task for which you are woefully under-equipped. I almost feel guilty when I contemplate what's coming, but not so guilty that I'm going to call it off. Head back to the orphanage, Detective. Another of my riddle rooms is waiting.
I'm going back to the orphanage. Selina's waiting.
I can only imagine what cruel game Mr. Nigma has in store for you and Miss Kyle.
Remember, you see Batman, shout and charge him. Never fail.
How are you doing?
Can't fault the entertainment. Eddie just lectured me on the 13 innovations that let him pack this collar with his custom-designed plastic explosive.
You must be honored.
At being what? Your motivation? Come on, the next puzzle room's waiting.
Greetings to my costumed contestants. Your next challenge is simple. Guide an electric charge to its destination. I hope the varying amounts of pressure don't get to you.
Another one? What's Eddie's problem?
Fanatic narcissism, egocentrism, and megalomania, crossed with severe obsessive compulsion.
Thanks.
Don't mention it. The counterweights move further when I step on the pads.
You are getting older. Maybe it's time to add a few extra notches to the utility belt. Hey, don't shove. Move over, would you?
to the dementedly dressed duo. Your key awaits. Oh, but what's this? An electrified floor?
Electrified floor?
You do it.
Your death was inevitable, I'm afraid. A statistical certainty.
Goodness, you figured it out already. Well, you better grab that. Meet the second generation of my android allies. I've built a variant specifically tailored to each of your dubious abilities.
Leave the blue ones to me.
Hang in there.
There's more where that came from, Batman. I built a highly efficient production line. All the danger of battle combined with all the fun of riddle solving. You can thank me after.
The red ones are mine. I'll take the red ones.
I did it! I actually did it! I mean, of course I did. Good. As expected.
Goodness, you figured it out already. Meet the second generation of my android allies. I've built a variant specifically tailored to each of your dubious abilities.
Dubious abilities.
Where'd that came from, Batman? I built a highly efficient production line.
Leave those ones to me.
All the danger of battle combined with all the fun of riddle solving. You can thank me after. Thank you. You know what, Detective? I'm glad you solved this riddle. Because it takes you one step closer to the riddle that kills you.
Riddle that kills you.
Eddie really hates you, doesn't he?
He's an ego-driven narcissist who can't let anyone else win.
Gee, if only you'd met under different circumstances.
His obsession's getting worse. He's going after my allies.
Ally? After this, I think we should dial it back to known associate for a... while.
This was nothing, Dark Knight, nothing. A new trial awaits you, Detective, by Divinity Church, and I'm waiting too.
Great news, Bats. I was just hanging out in hell, you know, because you killed me and sent me there. And you'll never...
I'm headed to Divinity Church. Riddler won't give up, Alfred. His pride won't let him.
You'll break his spirit, sir. I've every confidence.
I asked, and she's totally cool with Cat Lady having a go on the old scratching post. She also says, ow, ow, is this a bullet in my sternum or a broken heart?
I'm headed to Divinity Church. Riddler won't give up, Alfred. His pride won't let him.
You'll break his spirit, sir. I've every confidence.
I should have been at the factory. I have stopped the bat.
The killer is mutilating and posing his victims and then putting them on display.
He left opera music playing at the crime scene. He wants them to be found.
I saw a body chained to a wall earlier. This town's better off covered in gas.
Chase after your ally, Bat, if you can, through a city my army now controls. With luck, you'll find her before I show you how tonight is really going to end.
Alfred, we can add a third victim to the list.
This is becoming rather ghastly, sir. It brings to mind a spate of murders at the beginning of your career. It was Halloween then, if I'm not mistaken. Turned out to be rather a long one, if I recall.
I'm going to try and identify the body.
An irregularity on the victim's chest. It appears to be a birthmark, quite distinctive. The left foot is missing several toes. The site of amputation suggests the removal of non-viable tissue in the treatment of frostbite. There's a bullet lodged deep in the upper bicep. This type of ammunition is predominantly used with a hunting rifle that hasn't been manufactured in over a decade.
Alfred, I've ID'd the victim as Robert Kincaid.
He was a microbiologist who worked for Stag Enterprises. Many believe the shooting was connected to Kincaid's knowledge of controversial research, although that remains unverified. He took a teaching post in Atlanta, which is where he was reported missing.
That's 3 victims, all of them abducted in various places around the country. Keep looking for a connection, Alfred.
Right you are, sir.
The writing by the bodies suggests the killer has a higher purpose. It's as if these weren't good enough for what he has in mind.
Do you think there are other victims?
Yes, and I don't know what he has planned for them.
You see the Bat's car? I'd like to go for a joyride in that thing.
Come in, Control. We have rioters on Miyagani Island. Falcon 5 out.
Can't wait to see Batman and the Arkham Knight go toe-to-toe.
The man who swore to save Gotham. The hero who vowed to protect her people. Such worthless promises.
Oh, good. Scarecrow's on TV. What is it with these guys and speeches? When I rob a guy, I don't lecture him on the particulars of wallet snatching first.
Alfred, I found a fourth victim.
Highly regrettable, Master Bruce. All we can do is hope this body yields some clues as to the killer's identity.
The victim is fitted with an ocular prosthesis. This specific type of medical-grade acrylic was used only once during a trial 5 years ago. Signs of trauma to the upper arm. At some point, titanium screws had been implanted to repair a fractured humerus. I've seen that pattern of scar tissue before. It's a bite mark. Analyzing its radius points to a species of Selachomorpha. This particular variety of shark is only found in the waters off the coast of North Gotham. Alfred, the victim's name is Lisa Mendez.
She had quite a troubled upbringing, sir. Orphaned age 9, foster homes, drug abuse. She developed a talent for surfing, hence the shark attack. Tragically, it's also how she lost her boyfriend. She was working for a Christian charity in Tucson, Arizona, when she went missing.
Have you found anything linking the victims?
I can find no personal or professional links between the victims, but they each went missing near state parks or playing fields.
Try and find anything connecting those places.
Of course, sir. I'll look into it.
What is it with you and not saying his damn name?
Don't act like you ain't scared.
Okay. Batman. There. I said it. See? Where is he? Nowhere. That chump's gone too, if he knows what's good for him.
Sorry, man. I gotta link up with Harvey's crew. We got plans.
The Knight's given us our orders. We execute them without question. We're supposed to crush him. Nearly crushed me back at base. That takes better. Knight wasn't prepared. Yeah, he thought it'd just be a souped-up sports car. Someone's intel's a little outdated. The hardest is when you go back. Everyone expects you to switch off. But you can't. I don't want to switch it off. Nothing beats this, man. Rush. I wish I could be like them, live a normal life. But that's not who I am. I couldn't do that. I knew it wouldn't be as easy as they said. Attack the factory, blow it up, lie low. That was the plan. Since when do things go as planned? Besides, I'd sooner be on patrol than hiding from Scarecrow's gas.
Alfred, I found a fifth victim.
I feared you would, sir.
That particular type of bleaching to the pigmentation of the skin denotes a chemical burn, most likely a chlorine-based substance. Tracheal surgery to remove a cancerous growth has resulted in the victim being fitted with a voice box. The victim suffered a rare genetic disorder, causing them to have 6 fingers on one hand. Alfred, the victim's name is Allison Weers.
She was an engineer employed at Ace Chemicals. That would certainly explain some of her ailments. She moved into a retirement home in Bloodhaven several years ago. Their grounds are adjacent to a large park.
Do the details of the disappearance match with the others?
They do indeed, sir. Also, your request to cross-reference the parks and playing fields has proved fruitful. I've come across some leasing documentation that appears to have been false. Someone is attempting to cover their tracks.
Find out anything you can, Alfred. We couldn't have done anything to prevent these deaths, but we can still save others. Abducting people and mutilating their bodies. I'm going to find this killer, Alfred.
I think his penchant for opera is a clue, sir.
What will young Barbara reveal about your fears, I wonder? What secrets can I coax from her terror-stricken mind?
Reasoning with the crazy ones. They ain't in it for the money. They're just like killing for the fun of it. Let's just make sure we watch each other's backs.
Control, this is Falcon 5. I'm seeing a riot in progress. Cauldron District, over.
I saw a guy breathe Scarecrow's gas once. Not pretty. saw a bomb in the road. I think we should have got out when we had the chance.
Militia don't scare me. This is our city. We get to terrorize it. No one else. You hear about Riddler? He's gone crazy. Crazier than usual, anyway. That's one nasty-looking cloud hanging over Ace.
You raise yourself above them, Batman. Inspired the herd. But what happens when their idol falls from his pedestal in front of their eyes?
Just saying. I never thought I'd live to see Gotham City taken over by a foreign power. They ain't foreign. You know what I mean. It ain't right. Batman better do something about it before we kill him.
I think Riddler's gonna kill... Batman and Catwoman tonight. Maybe he really is a genius.
Who do these militia dopes think they are? Coming to our town? Smashing the place up, taking over on behalf of some freak. That's our job. Shot it, would you? You want one of those fancy army boys to get all extrajudicial on your ass? Me and Dad came to Gotham when I was like 15. I wanted to see Batman. Funny how things work out. This is just the beginning. We succeed here in Gotham, we can take the whole country. Hey man, what's the time? Target's here! It's Batman! I've seen a lot of things, guys, but a body nailed to a wall? Be glad it was just one. This is Gotham. You're lucky the maniac didn't try to recreate the last freaking supper on a billboard. Yeah, thanks for the imagery. It really helps. Thought this place was supposed to be covered in fear gas by now. I saw it with my own eyes. Looked like some kind of flying dragon. Are you sure it wasn't Batman? Nah, it wasn't no man.